and really wise and have conscience in them and justice, you need not that man to tell you nothing, you know, fight all out here.
History would have shown otherwise. History would have shown 18 and a half years. History would have shown 18 and a half years of propaganda. Black man time now. When him a rob him a pill for the coffers of the country. So history shows a wisdom. And let me say it a different way. History shows that common sense is not so common. Because how is it that you put a man in power so many years when your country go down, tax freeze after rate freeze after tax rate freeze, tax additions after tax additions, and you still put that person back in power? That's what I said. So we have
that's what I said. Is the first man come? Is the first man put the country first?
Take care of yourself.
The man put the country first.
Take care of yourself, Clinton. Your voice, your background is a little noisy. Inspiration? Good afternoon, sir. Inspiration?
Good afternoon. I was the background was a little bit noisy. I couldn't hear half the discussions. But I heard a guy said that the Prime Minister is a bit timid to call the election. I think the Prime Minister is very strategic. And if you watch his move over the time that he's been in office, his moves are very strategic. And he has his hands on the pulse. And he knows when he's going to call it, when it's due. So I don't think we should worry about when the election is called. I think we should reach those who are undecided and whatever else he has to do. Because honestly, if the electorate are really paying attention, the Prime Minister should even campaign as hard as he's campaigning. He shouldn't have to. Because no other Prime Minister has done so much for the country in such a short space of time than he has. And I think he should have had this.
Tell us inspiration. What has he done? Tell us some of the things that you would have done.
You know, I'm amazed that Jamaicans there are wondering, what has he done? Neighbor, I tell you, the first will hit them with a 1.5. The second will hit the civil servants who have now been able to buy cars and buy homes and live better on a better wage increases. We next move to the housing for people who are less fortunate. We've seen that. We've seen a transport, a big center over there in St. Thomas. We've seen 9 years of no new taxes. We've seen where people are now able, who have never worked a day in their lives, have been able to get a pension, never had to lift a straw, get a pension. We've seen, neighbor, I don't know when to stop. Believe me, where are these people living? Under a rock? Where have they been living? And how long have they been living in Jamaica? What are they seeing? What are they enjoying? I don't understand it. I wouldn't call it bad mind. I'd call it flat out wickedness. That's what it is.
Remember, Mr.
Wickedness.
They're voting for color.
Wickedness. What Jamaica do they want for them and their children? Which Jamaica would you want to live in? Tell me. Wow. One that every year that the tax that there's a budget debate. You sit at your radio to wonder what next is going to be taxed. Every budget debate. We don't have that anymore. We have a program for you. You go to Heart for free to get an education. We have people where you can now get there was a denture program. People who didn't have dentures could go and get their dentures all fit and get free dentures. What is the people? What next? What else does the people want to see? It's beyond me. It's beyond me. I don't know. It's beyond me. We have school bus where you pay $50 one way to take your children to and from school. I mean, what else? What else? I'm at a loss for words. I don't know.
You rate that bud system highly, inspiration? You rate it,
Very highly. It's first world standard. first world. I live in Canada.
Yes.
And the same thing that the bus system they're trying to do there, it's the same thing that's happened here. You get on the bus, they see when you get on the bus, there is an accountability. The children can travel as children and not as adults listening to lewd, dirty music and getting all kinds of questionable positions.
Yes.
Children travel as children. A first world standard. What does the country need? Tell me.
Wow.
Tell me.
Inspiration. There was a debt when the government came in. A very high debt. Do you remember what it was?
There was a what?
A debt. The debt.
I can't remember, but it's a high debt. Look at our reserve.
Yes.
Look at our NIR. Look at our reserve right now. We're paying 1.4 something for every dollar. That means we'd have to go after our credit cards to make the country keep afloat. And now, look what we have. You know something? It was today. I was on a live and I was saying this to somebody. The Jamaican government have been going to the IMF for years. Do you know something? I'm going to show you a picture and show you what progress looks like. The Barbados, for the first time, went to the IMF and they sat at the feet of the IMF and said, we need extra money to let our country, keep our country afloat. And because of Barbados's equities, it had money in which it could bargain. Did you know the Barbadian dollar, the Barbados government says, listen, you could touch everything but leave our dollar. And the Barbadian dollar remains the same. Didn't have to touch and had to be up and down like our dollar. Because what? Barbados had a reserve. Barbados had something that the IMF said, hey, you have your credit and your books are looking good. You just need a little bit of money. We didn't have that, so we had no choice. So when we went to bargain, the IMF said, guess what? You've been a spendthrift. You've been careless. You're not fiscally responsible. So therefore, this is what we have for you. You take it or you leave it. We had no choice.
Yes.
I want people to pay attention to that. The only way Barbados got what Barbados got was that Barbados had something to bargain. They had a reserve. They had some collateral. They had something. So the IMF didn't have to come and take Barbados cleanly out. We weren't so lucky. Now we can boast that what 60%, every 60 cents we spend, our debt is down by over what four what the figures are. We have something to bargain with now. That's a miracle. No wonder why they took our finance minister away, because I said this all the time. The three economy when Andrew Holness took office were the three worst economy in the world was Greece, Sudan, and Jamaica.
Say that
the
again.
Three were Greece, Sudan, and Jamaica. Look at Sudan. The three worst economy when Andrew Holness took office. It was Jamaica. Our debt to GDP was atrocious. Sudan and Greece. Today, the IMF is asking us, Jamaica, what is it that you did? How did you do it? And people are saying, nothing's happening. These people got to be sick in their minds, very sick. And it tells me that their minds are just after their meat and pork barrel that they can get. That's it. Outside of that, they have no value for themselves. And that's why they get the kind of government that they deserve over the years.
We were among the worst debted in the world, sir.
The worst.
And
only three economies.
Not to mention murder, the murder capital.
I didn't remember the murder. That's also a credit. We had a guy went on a podium and he cried like a baby. He cried like a baby. And he cried, said he doesn't know what else to do. It needs divine intervention. And today that same guy have all the answers as to how to run and to make crime low. He went to Portland and he got robbed with his own electronic devices. And yet, he has all the answers now, and he had none then. What type of people are Jamaicans? What type of people are they? Are they sick? Are they suffering from amnesia? What type of people are they? I'm at loss for words.
Yes, sir. I see that. I see you're lost.
Very sick and evil. If you could look at this administration and say nothing happens, the government is not there to provide job for you. What the government is there to do is to provide a conduit and provide the necessary groundwork where jobs can be created by private and the private sector and make the economy better.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what the government is doing. If the PM, and let me tell you, neighbor, I tell you how stupid the PNP, and they know what they're doing, but they're evil people. Because, listen, Jamaica is a developing country. There's so much room for growth. The PNP could look at some of the ills that are now affecting the people and run a campaign and says, yes, this is what we're going to do differently. This is what, and put out a worthwhile and a suitable and a tangible manifesto that the people could see where they're coming from. To date, they're running a propaganda machine, hoping that this will take them over the hills. And you know what? They have shot themselves in the foot with this bus business. They have. And I'm telling you, more to come. The longer the election takes, neighbor, is the more they're sinking. And watch the polls. When the PMP, Dan Anderson, comes with his polls, if he's so honest, you watch it again and see. They'll be sinking all the way right out to oblivion. And it's only their doing because they have no program, they have no message, they have no policies. I mean, they're talking about corruption. I don't think the PNP have the wherewithal to speak about corruption. They shouldn't be speaking.
You said that the longer the election takes to call, the worse it will be for the PNP.
Of course, it will be. It will be, neighbor, and you watch. Andrew Holness is a very smart guy, and he has more bullets in the bag there. Trust me. And when you're gonna see it. And when he comes, let me tell you, the PNP don't have a leg to stand on.
My God.
I'm hearing more PNP even saying, listen, you know what? This guy's working, and he's worth getting my vote. I've heard PNP saying that. Yes, I heard PNP say it. I heard a lot of PNP saying this guy's working.
What is
I've spoken to people. Yes, I've heard PNP people say it. They're not going to come out and say it public in a platform, but when you interface with them on a one-on-one, they said, the guy's working. The guy's really working. The transformation is there. We can see the road network. We can see so much things have been done. And we're happy for the direction of the country. And for the first, yes, and you're going to see a lot of that, neighbor. You're going to see that.
What is neighbor, if you join my live in the evening, you will hear them. The PNPs come on my live in the evening and they say it. The ones that are seeing what's happening. Youth, PNP youth comes on my live. You can ask Navi when she's there. And they say it. They say, listen. And some say they will rather not vote. They're not giving Andrew the vote, so they will rather not vote.
When them say that, Kimmy? When they put your life every day, when them say that?
Yeah, hear it.
The PNP says it.
When
I've been on a live. Up to last night, I was on a live and I heard the PNP say it. Up to last night.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. First, let me say,
hold on, Pan-African. That's not how we do it. Inspiration, you have the floor, you have to tell us that you're finished.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to put one more in there, neighbor. We look at currently where things stands and how the unemployment rate is lowered. and people are saying they're not able to find job. Here's where I think the PMP would get some credit in my book. Manage to go around and try to upskill and inform and get those who are not so fully trained and educated, have them do so to able to be a part of the new Jamaica. Because the new Jamaica is a lot of opportunities and not much people to take advantage of those opportunities. That is the new Jamaica.
That is true.
That is the new Jamaica. And they come and said, listen to me.
Inspiration, the private sector is asking the government to import, to bring over people from Haiti to work.
Can you believe that? Could you believe that, neighbor? I heard it. I couldn't believe it.
I could never believe it, sir.
I could never believe it, that I grew up in Jamaica and I couldn't get a job growing up. I didn't know what it looked like. I had to create my own job to make money. And I now could go back to Jamaica and see help wanted, now hiring. I for a moment, I'm wondering, where was I? I don't think I was in Jamaica, because I didn't dream that I could have ever seen the day when that happened. And you have people walking around, nothing is happening. People are poor. What kind of a nonsense is that?
Yes. Yeah.
They're disgusting people. Very disgusting.
Wow. The disgusting inspiration.
Very disgusting people. I land their neighbor.
Hold on, sorry, inspiration. Don't go anywhere. Let me hear what this comrade have to say. Good afternoon, comrade.
Yeah, good afternoon, neighbor, everybody. First, let me say condolence to Comrade Steve and his family. Rest in peace, Comrade Steve.
Who is Comrade Steve, sir?
One of the he used to be on TikTok, but he passed away, I think, yesterday.
Is he listening?
No, condolences to his family. You know, and rest in peace to Comrade Steve.
Well, you said condolences to Comrade Steve.
Condolences to Comrade Steve. Family, rest in peace, Steve. Let me move forward. Inspiration, Kimmy, I'm on Kimmy's platform almost every day, and I've never heard any PMP say that.
By the way, why are you saying hold on. Why are you bringing condolences to Comrade Steve here?
Neighbor. Just someone die, and you just let it just move on and talk about the politics. And someone die, and I mention it and move on.
It is political for me, sir, because I want to understand if his family is listening. I would like to add my voice.
All right, I listen Kimmy's program every day, and I've never heard a PMP go on there and tell her that they're not voting. And you know what I don't understand? The JLP is so confident. And September 15th, if the election is not come.
Give me the first point first. Kimmy is here. You said that you have never heard it on her.
I've never heard it. I'm on her platform almost every day. I pass her platform almost every day.
Okay, but have you listened to the entire program?
I scroll and I hear it. It's never happened. Kimmy, I just seen Kimmy on the platform really,
You can't say that, sir, because you have not listened every minute of it.
Kimmy just got on TikTok. I guess I heard they fired Munchie from the statement that Munchie made the other day. So Kimmy is one of the new bloggers for the JLP.
Who fired her? Who fired Munchie?
The party. Because majority of the JLP bloggers are paid, you know. Remember, Huey Clark said it in the parliament, you know. Big up with the social media warriors. And 85%.
And do you think that Mark Golding is going to give billions of dollars to bloggers and they're not being paid on the PMP side?
Neighbor, just listen to Inspiration for 5 minutes. You know.
Inspiration. Hold on a little. Kimmy.
Sir,
Kimmy,
I'm here.
Are you hired by the Labour Party?
By who?
By the Labour Party.
I work for an American-based company. I work from the comfort of my home. I signed no contract, had no agreement, went into no meeting, had no discussion with anybody about me becoming a blogger and getting paid for it.
Yeah, but I'm paid. I'm paid. Full-blown money. I'm paid. Run with that.
I know Navi
Run
is
with
paid.
that.
Navi
I'm
says
paid.
Navi says she's
Run
going
with
to
it.
Harvard.
I'm
So Navi
paid.
needs
Okay,
the
and we're
tuition
paid and
money. So I know
what?
she's paid.
We are paid and what?
Calm
I'm
down.
paid. Run with that. Put it on
Calm
every
down.
platform.
Calm down.
I'm paid. I'm getting paid more than you.
Neighbor, put the same restriction you just put to me and to Navi now. You just tell me the same.
Yeah, she's muted now. Pan-African. Kimmy just said that you are not speaking the truth. Would you want to withdraw that, sir?
I'm just going back what the deputy speaker of the House, H.Y. Clark, said in Parliament.
The deputy speaker did not call Kimmy's name.
He said the social media warriors that they
did not call. He did not.
And he said 85% of it. He said, let me quote him.
Misinformation.
You don't need to quote him, sir. He did not.
Misinformation.
You just said that Kimmy just came on social media. Why are you coming here to say that she's been paid?
Because they got rid of Munchi. Munchi was telling that teenagers should be drinking. They can.
I don't want to
Munchi said,
let me address him, neighbor.
Yes.
Let me address him because since you feel like you could open your phone and come in this comment section and come at me, let me school you a little bit, sir. I'm not paid. I'm doing what I do. I'm doing what I do for my party. What I do to ensure that the other undecided voters is knowing what's happening in the country. What I do, Mr. Sir, you, sir, big man,
I use up my time, neighbor. I'm not for targeting.
It is not for anything. What I do, sir, when I open my live is a split live, and because you guys cannot give me one reason why you're voting for my golden, yeah, come on. Don't do it. Hey, baby, what's up?
Kimmy, let me interject here because let me interject here.
There's no more rules
afternoon, everyone, because I am not going to allow someone to come with Andre Stevens information and Jeffrey Tavares information on neighbor's page, because what you have to understand. No. I was a part of that conversation, so I can tell you what happened.
Let me finish.
I was a part of that.
No. Let's hold on, no, Pan.
I was a part of that. If you want the facts, I can give you the facts.
Sorry, wait. Kimmy has.
As a matter of fact, if I want to be paid for what I'm doing, nothing is wrong with earning a second income. I'm just not paid. And if I want to be paid for it, sir, let me enlighten your darkness. My MP is like 10 minutes away from where I live. I can go there anytime and tell her, say, Miss Holness, I want to do this. Sir, behave yourself and calm down when you come over here, so with discipline, because that's what we do.
Neighbor, let me get my time to talk.
All right. Pan-African?
Yeah.
I think here, sir. The person who accused have said to us and the listeners, you are not speaking the truth. Just withdraw. I'm moving.
All right, let me say it.
Because I am not going to be implicated here.
I am not going to take it either. Say sorry, sir. PNP can what you said that kind of thing. No accountability. Sir, listen. Let me tell you something.
Inspiration
sorry.
The thing is, interrupt him. And as I start talking, everybody just said,
it's not the interruption, it's the accusation of what you came up here and said. You accused me of being paid for. But yes, sir, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not, Mr. Neighbor, because I respect you, why may I stay within character? Because if I did not have that high level of respect for you and your life and your viewers, I would have gone a different route. And I'm going to say this respectfully. Pan, and whatever you want name, Pan, sir. Anybody, you, so Mr. Pan, please apologize.
Sir, you will be allowed to move on when you withdraw the allegation that the lady.
Thank you very much.
Not true.
That's right.
The thing is.
Let me say this, neighbor. You ever see pig fly yet? You ever see pig fly yet, neighbor?
Sir?
You ever see pig fly yet?
I don't know what you mean.
No, anyone who never see pig fly yet, that's when me apologize, because everybody knows they're getting paid. H.Y. Clark said it in part.
All right, hold on.
H.Y. Clark never caught.
You know the young ladies
5% of the MPs old.
No. Neighbor, can I provide the context, please?
To the social media warriors. So
your PMP is misinformation.
Because
Hold on.
I am not going to stand on here and watch myself and other members of the Labour Party be implicated. I'm not going to stand here and watch that.
Well, hold on.
Can you see when you see pig fly? That at the time, come in and take it back. You know, so I get paid. Everybody know that.
All right. Let's move on from that. I don't know about.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the live, let me be clear.
Yes,
when I open my live for the first time, I open it as a split live. I've never collected $1 aside from the gifts that I would have gotten on TikTok from any member of parliament, anybody in the Jamaica Labour Party. I'm not doing this for money. What I do is to ensure that we, the Jamaican people, know what we have done in our 9 years in this country. Not about money. It was never that for me, and it's never that. It's all about, yes, person send me a gift. Yes, I gladly take the gift. I'm not going to let nobody lie on me and saying I'm collecting money for being a blogger, because if I was, you all would know come that talk about my MP more than I talk about nothing else, and I don't.
Yeah. And let me just say here, I don't know why this is an issue. If you are being paid, that's a private issue. I don't see why that is a public
Correct, neighbor. That is a contractual agreement.
That has nothing to do with anyone. Me, I can declare that, and nobody can question me. If I do this for money, that's my business. I've been here since.
And even if I want to make an extra income, it's back to school. Not only that alone. What if I just want to get that money to put it somewhere, Mr. Neighbor? I can literally walk up to Miss Holness and say, Miss Holness, I campaign on your cause every day on my live. Can I be a part of your team and get paid for it? I don't do that. I only get the gifts. That's why when my live is on, I say, guys, please send the gifts. Help me meet my life goal. That is it.
Well, I do political forecasting, and it costs me. It has been costing me for 4 months. The Labour Party has never offered no, no, sir. And incidentally, if I get a sponsor or I get a gift, nobody can ask me no question.
The thing is, they get up on here.
Yeah.
The thing is, neighbor, they get on here and accuse people of what they are doing. That's the only thing that comes from the PMP camp. But yeah, I would like to put it out there.
Why are you taking them off? Why are you?
No, Mr. Neighbor, you see, because that is it. Just, we can bring it back. You see how they come and attack our personal lives? That is it. If we as young persons never had our brains on our head and we read with understanding to come and debunk the lies they tell, then we would have been caught in their lies and gone cross. So just the same, it all ties into one. We talk about politics, and them come to try to make our character look bad on social media. Only because they are carrying Mass Swampy and him shit up on. You understand me? Now, at the end of the day, Mr. Neighbor, we need to understand this, sir.
But you just came into this space, Kimmy. I didn't know.
I just came into this. I'm not even doing TikTok. I do TikTok live differently. I've never been in a politics live. I just Friday I come and make it 8 days. Anna, Navi, Tari, they're always on there, and them PNP people come up. They come say them now vote.
Neighbor, the thing is,
them not give Andrew the vote, and they rather not vote.
So I wonder why you are being attacked. So, by the way,
I'm being attacked because when they come and they disrespect a young lady like Navi and a young man like Tari,
I've gotten so much complaint from voluntary.
I really need to address this.
Yes, you're going to come. I've been told not to take her on the program. Navi, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have said that publicly, but
but you know what is it? You know what it is not. You know what it is, neighbor. Them just vex. Them vex because at this point, all that is happening. You notice them are crumble before we're very high. One just get arrested their police station. I got a court case August 13. One tell the member a public about the mother yesterday. So because they're coming, them have to come on these live and find things to say. That is it. They are crumbling and they have nothing to say. So them feel that them can shut us up as young people. They cannot shut us up. They will not shut us up. I personally will not be shut up because I remember the days that I couldn't buy parts, so I'm not shut up.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
Yes. I don't intend to stay for long, but let me just address what he said about Munchie B, because I don't want people leaving with the wrong impression, and I don't want anyone here to be implicated. Yes. So what had happened was that there was a public discussion on one of the TikTok lives. I won't say who, but a video is there. A public discussion was happening about some issues with communication within the Labour Party, as well as areas where we believe both G2K and Young Jamaica could improve. The PNP heard the conversation and construed it to be that we were speaking about something illicit and something malicious. And they decided to post it on Jeffrey Tavares and their Andre Stevens pages, right? To create the image as if our youth arms are engaging in buying out votes or in vote buying or any other bribery. And that allegation and that accusation is completely false. And let me just add. I am not aware of the party acting on that, but let me just even add to the allegation and accusation that Munchibi has been fired from the Jamaica Labour Party is false. Munchibi is an independent blogger of the JLP. If you ever hear Munchibi talk, Munchibi is one of those persons, she not mince her words.
Is she still doing her show?
Munchibi is on her vacation. She's on her sabbatical. That is why Munchibi has not been in the social media space for a while.
Okay.
Because since Munchibi's birthday, when was it? This month? She's literally been on vacation. That is why she has not been here. So I don't want the impression to be created that anyone was fired or anyone was engaging in any illicit ways or means. That was not being done. Yes, and we're not going to stand for the character assassination of any member of the Labour Party who decides to be an independent blogger or an independent sharer of any information. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Isn't there a little caution though, Tari, that bloggers have to be careful when they expostulate ideas and be careful because, especially in this season, isn't there a caution there?
Yes, I would say that there is a caution, neighbor.
Because it can be misconstrued, and especially that I've seen, it does come across as if, you know, sir, I can understand why the parties would not want to officially endorse any of these programs because you can't control what people come up and say.
Right.
And when I listen to that tape, I mean, it never sounded, you know, it wasn't elegant.
Yeah, pretty much. I will agree with you, neighbor, on that front. I do agree.
Yes, and I think if people are going to be advancing the cause of their party, they need to understand ethics, values, the law. What you can and cannot say. You know, one of the things I know, Starry, that live shows are giving daytime talk show on traditional media stiff competition.
Yeah.
Competition, you know, a lot of people are tuning into these live shows and they're providing information. You can't put out information that suggests, even remotely, that the party is engaged in nefarious activities as far as it relates to the election. That's not responsible. I think the bloggers and the supporters have to be careful.
Neighbor, it's just to bring us. It's to stop us.
We have to be careful because
while we are trying to be careful.
Just before you even go to Kimmy, which is why neighbor, after I've even done some reflection and introspection, I have personally decided that I'm going to be very cautious against putting myself out there. Yes, I understand that I have a youthful exuberance.
I give you that advice.
Me know, but after a while, it, you know, right. I know the youthful exuberance is there, but I think one of the things, as you rightfully even say, all of these bloggers' lives are different, and people, because they choose what to say and what not to say, and They have their different ways of going out about it. You can't, you know, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink it, if I should put it like that. Essentially. So
well, you know, sir,
much.
I give you the same piece of advice I give to Navi, and that is you have a contribution to make. But your brand, you have to be careful that your brand is not being sullied by others. For example, I see here in the comments, Navi has been saying some things in comments that I don't think that she should be saying. Those things are to be left for the people. You know, gutter politics. You have to stay above the gutter politics. Don't let people carry them.
Whenever, when they decide to stop, right? Those are two more voices that can propel the cause of the Jamaica Labour Party that will not be heard.
And you know the attack, ma'am. You know the attack. You know the attack that I have come under. You know the attack that I have come under, ma'am.
I got someone come underneath my page and said something about, you talk about labor right? Will labor right ever give you? And since we started this, I've gotten a lot. Persons coming on my DMs and says things. But you know what I do? We have a voice and we can't keep a voice quiet. We can't allow them to take our voices, because once we stop coming on these live, once we stop open our mouths, once we stop making ourselves known as young people, as even me, little older than you guys, that is where it's going to cause. Nobody now see them young people like, oh, we're winning them. You know, this is, you need to understand. When you pass a People's National Party live and you go up in the live, let's say you click and look in there, they have 40 people, 60 people. I've never seen their live with 200, 300 people. No, but when you pass a neighbor live, or you pass a Kinney live, and Tari and Navi is on there, Navi is talking to 300 and hot people, and they are listening to what happened back then versus now. Tari is just the same. Mr. Inspiration, I invited to my life to serve, please, because you had things to say. So that is what we need to continue doing. We have to keep talking, because gone are the days when our mouths are quiet. Don't let them stop your voice. I don't want you guys to do that. That's what they want. That's why
I think they have to be managed. I think these two young people need to be managed. Like David, you know, when you are young, you're exuberant, but sometimes you lack the wisdom to know when to say, what to say, how to say it, and where to say it. And I tell you, you don't take on all the fights that come before you. You have to be very smart, especially in this difficult, very combative political environment. Yes, and you know, there are footprints that you leave behind you. So you don't want people to think that, you know, you are in the gutter with them. Come out of the gutter. I mean, when I started on this program, that's why I don't go on lives, you know. I mean, I stopped on yours the other night, Kimmy. I remembered when I was in the space early and I used to kind of mouse around, and somebody called me and gave me that piece of advice. I said, neighbor, come over them live, because they only want to trap you. Some of these PNP lives you go on, or they would be so happy to have neighbor over there. They will not have me. When I finish my live at that time, I go to my bed. You understand me? I'm not going there, because they want to embarrass you and damage your brand. And then they clip it and post it, and it's all over social media what they did with you and how they embarrassed you and what they said. They're looking forward. They are looking relevance. And I think when you appear on their pages, you're giving them the relevance they need. If I should go on any one of their lives, their numbers are going to double all of a sudden. You're not going to get that from me. All right. So Navi.
That is such a fine word of advice. Don't go into the gutter with them. Stay on point. And a very, very key example is the Prime Minister himself. Have you listened to him responding to what they're saying? No, he's about the nation business. And he keeps doing, and he's doing, and he's doing. And let me tell you, they're falling on their own sword. It's going to happen. And I'm telling you, the longer this election takes, is the more they're going to spiral way back down into oblivion.
You know, sir, I have thought of coming on once a week. once a week or thrice. I don't know that I'm going to do this every day, because I think when you have a brand, you must be rare. That's why I don't do. I could go on for 4 or 5 hours. I'm not doing that. I I think when you have a good brand, you must be rare. People must be seeking after you. And I will just wrap up by saying to Tari and Navi that obviously you are doing, excellent work for the party. But the things that I hear out there and the things that people have been sending to me suggest that you have to take a little step back and assess what you do, how you do it, and where you do it. All right? Because, there are many people that just want to destroy you and destroy your brand. And if people can destroy your brand, then less people will want to listen.
I agree, neighbor. I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
And Navi, I see Navi is
as they say, experience teaches wisdom. So I agree.
Yeah. So my listeners, don't expect to see me very regularly. I'm going to. Navi, you must not be upset. You must not be upset. Come back.
She'll realize eventually.
Yes.
I'll go talk to her.
Okay, great. Good afternoon.
But one thing though before I go, one thing though before I go, I still do believe though that the party as a whole, I will say the JLP, I still believe that the party ought to still try to meet with everybody and speak on what is a standard operating procedure, and then decide to work with who they decide to work with, and whoever is left then.
By the way, where Navi is, you don't go. You and Navi don't go in the same. You hear?
Right.
Because you are representing the same demographic. So you don't need you and Navi. You are here, Navi should go somewhere else. Just be a little bit more
strategic. Yeah.
A little bit more strategic in how you appear. Yeah. So you don't need you and Navi in the same space. Because remember, your voice amplifies the voice of the youth vote, which the Labour Party needs. I mean, come on. A 17-year-old and a 19-year-old Harvard student studying law, endorsing the Jamaica Labour Party. If I were the Labour Party, there's no way I wouldn't have you guys in an ad already. You understand me? And you see, when you come on Monday, don't go back until Tuesday or Wednesday. They must wonder where Tari is. So when you come on, the people are so, waiting to hear from you that they're just,
Yes, I agree, neighbor. I agree.
Right. And remember, I sent you a text,
Okay, I'll check it.
Yesterday?
Oh, with the program, yeah, man, I had reacted to it.
Okay, all right. So we can tell the listeners that we're starting a new feature on Politics Plus, where Tari is going to be doing news review every day on our program. We'll take care of him on Politics Plus. So after you're finished with us, sir, we'll allow you to go one more place for the day. By the way, we're looking at sponsor for that. Tari now has 20 minutes on Politics Plus, Monday to Friday, doing news review and political opinions. All right? We guide you as we go along, sir. Proud of you.
All right. Thank you.
I hope we can get our first review of the news today. Will we?
Today is Wednesday. Yes, we can.
So that's what time, sir? 6:10 to 6:30?
6:30. That's the time.
6:10 to 6:30. Join us for Tari's Take. Everybody. Can't afford to. Navi, we have something for you. The best political show on radio. On radio? Oh my goodness. Join us for Tari's Take, 6:10 to 6:30, Monday to Friday. Okay? I'm done. This country can burn for like, oh my goodness. Somebody need to reach out to Navi. Somebody need to reach out to Navi. and let her know she'll be okay. You'll be okay. All right, Chef Wayne?
Yes, sir.
By the way, Kimmy's gone?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Chef. How you doing?
Wagwan, man.
You there?
So, what they say? The JLP pay me too?
Do you have a life, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't know.
I live in the United States. So what they say? The JLP pay me too?
Can I boast a little, sir? Can I boast a little?
Go ahead, sir.
When I come on at 6 o'clock,
yeah,
this is a top show in Jamaica. Politics on top. TikTok.
I know. That's why I told you, sir, you need to be Mr. Perkins.
Well, that's not my point. When I come on in the afternoon, sir, especially if I'm doing forecast, no one has more listening.
I know that.
And I am not. No one has ever. Huh?
You and Squitty come on at night. Late night. You and Squitty are the most.
When I come off, Squitty come on.
Yes.
Right. So I come off at about 9 o'clock.
And then Squitty come on at about that time.
This program dominates that time slot.
Yes, sir.
By far.
100%.
Yes, and I want to thank the listeners for making us number one.
But I want to say something, neighbor.
No, I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we should be paid for the work we do.
Sir?
I'm telling you. You see,
no,
if I don't
sir,
get,
no.
You see, if I don't start get paid,
yeah,
me cut off the program, you know, and move it to another platform.
Sir, let me tell you something, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm a laborite from birth. I remember back days when my mom never have thing to give us.
Yes.
I don't know if you know a man named Mr. Brascoli. He turned NDM. He was a laborite.
Yes.
Mr. Brascoli is the one who makes sure we in Sochilani taken care of. Yes. So I cannot forget that man. Then the next thing, sir, I used to work at a bakery for 15 years in Christiana.
Hold on there, sir. Hold on. Tari?
Yes, neighbor.
Make sure you have Navi on with you later. You hear, please?
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
So I used to work at a bakery at Christiana, Sampo Bakery, exact. And Mr. Kenneth Chin, he's a good manager. The man have to close down the bakery because so much tax PJ and Omar Davis put on us and
yes.
and the business were trying to employ us to make us survive. For 15 years I worked at that bakery, sir.
Yes.
When the man come and say he have to close his door, I cried.
Yes.
I cried. So the little nowadays PMP them. The little how they come up PMP them. We come for people live and talk about this and talk about that and talk about people get paid. We don't need to get paid to come here and know that and tell people how great Mr. Andrew Holness, Dr. Michael Andrew Holness is. How great Miss Favia Williams is. How great Mr. Tufton is. How great Mr. Fly Green is. How great Miss Dalrymple Filbert is. We can come here and boast on our MPs. But they cannot. They cannot. Because first thing, Mr. Mark Golding is so disrespect to we Jamaican. He come out and say, it's all boss. Right? And then before Mr. Bunting
as a respectable man come out and say, Mr. Golden, you're wrong. You shouldn't say that because it's for the kids. He come and double down.
Yes.
And then Mr. Michael Phillips, who said he's a transport minister. Michael Phillips don't know nothing about transport. He need to go back and learn again about transport before he can start open his mouth. He need to go and fix the road in Shudley, Manchester before he can open his mouth. Those road in crazy appear sinkhole in those road. Mr. Michael Phillips road. So when they come up and open their mouth, they need to go to the MPs and tell them, say, look, you know, fix your yard before you come and talk and make we come out here because they are the one who get paid.
Yes, sir. But before I forget this, I just want my fellow TikTokers to I'm not in any competition.
We're not in the competition with them, sir.
Yeah?
We're not in the competition with them.
No, sir.
We have to take care of our business. We have to take care of Jamaica.
Yes.
Back then, sir, when people go to unalive people, you never hear say the police pick it up. No, you hear that when somebody go on phone and say they're giving contract, the police pick it up before anything else. And that's what these criminals do not know about the system in Jamaica right now. It's one of the tapanari system in the Caribbean.
Yes.
So when they come out and back the criminal them and then oppose what the good things the government are trying to do for the country, there are just some wicked people them. Yes, and bad mind people them. All we born with like a bad mind, but they born with a lot. You know that? Everybody in this world born with like a bad mind, but PMP born with a lot. And I have one thing to say, sir, before I stop. PMP party is a good party, but they implement some I would say some of them educated, but they're mad people. You can have educated mad people, sir, and that's what they and that's what they are. They don't know if it fix nothing. They don't know if it implement nothing. They don't know how to plan nothing. Already they know if it destroy.
Yes.
And then Mr. Michael Phillips' father, that is Peter Phillips. He should come out and tell the Jamaican people what he do with so much money when they add on so much tax on people, even hand cat, what they do with those money.
Yes.
Because if Andrew Holness can give back tax return, and Andrew Holness can build bypass and highway and hospital and fix a police station with people with taxpayer money, what they was doing with those money when they get it.
Yes.
And the last thing I can say, sir, I want these people to understand the JLP always build Jamaica. So I want all the people them who are listening, vote JLP, put the X beside the, I'm not gonna say it, the bell. The bell.
Fantastic. All right, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your time, sir.
Yes. All right. Listeners, time has run out on us. We take one more. Dolores.
Sorry.
Husband?
No more, man.
All right. Mr. Murray and Clive, help Clive. Let's do this, and then we.
Hey neighbor, how are you?
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. I just want to share maybe 2 minutes and give some encouragement and a word of advice to Tari and to Navi.
Yes.
I see where Navi is a bit upset, and youthful exuberance will cause that because you're doing what is best for your country and for your party, and people speaking down and dragging your name in a derogatory way. But the good thing that they have technology in this time and age that they can experience what the real world is like based on the profession that they're going in. Now, I've been a lawyer, but I've worked with a Supreme Court judge for maybe 9 years or more. And I have experienced what it is for the lawyers and for people who are seeking higher positions in this country.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, what one have to know is that although youthful exuberance is there and it is for the best, why she's so passionate about what she's doing and why Tari's so passionate about what he's doing. 10 years from this, whatsoever.
Young people have to listen to advice to it.
Yes. So this is what I'm trying to say to them. 10 years from this, whatsoever they say or whatsoever they do today, it is recorded.
Absolutely.
And you would not want to work hard, go to Harvard, Tari doing all these research, and is supposed to go in a position that will help themselves and their family. And any of these records come back to haunt them.
It's a footprint, sir. It's a footprint, yes, you're leaving behind.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I'm an old man now, you know, sir. I don't have nowhere else to go.
Right. I'll tell you my experience. The last election, before then I was serving in the constabulary force. But
yes.
The last election I migrated, but a lot of people did not know that I migrated.
Yes.
And they saw me on the campaign trail.
Look at that.
And a lot of people said a lot of things about me. Some people even tried to report it to police high command that I was on the campaign trail, but they did not know that I would have already exited the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
Wow.
And for those who knew that I have exited, a lot of them let me question if I was the person that I know I am, because people were saying I was CIA. People were saying that they know me. All kind of things people were saying. You understand? So this is I would say a competition, right? Some people are playing fair, some people are playing nasty. You have PNP that is playing fair, you have PNP that is playing nasty.
Not to mention the threats, sir.
Yes. So with all of this that is going on, you do not want to head down that seat. And the reason why people stop and listen to a neighbor and stop and listen to a Tari when he's on, or a Navi, is because when they go on another live, the information that they're getting here, they're not getting it there.
Yes.
The kind of respect and the intellectual ability to break things down to a common man understanding is not there. It's like if you skip on 10 of the other people live, people bringing down other people. When you come on a neighbor is going to be discussing how government works. And when you leave here, you will have an understanding of how a government work. Now, instead of leaving neighbors program and have a range and say, them dirty labor right or them dirty PNP, you leave thinking, then if this is how this government ought to work, and this is what this government is doing, and this is what the opposition is doing, then my choice will lead to what the facts are and the person that is leading more towards the facts. So the undecided, a PNP is a PNP and a JLP is a JLP.
I talk, you know, sir, I said that from day one, and this is what I'm going to be dealing with this evening. If you tune in about 6:30, I'm going to be extensively discussing how people are formed. They are formed into the politics, and it is not easy to change. I'm going to explain it. So don't run ads to PNP people, because don't bother think that you're going to change them, you know, sir.
Right.
And in like manner, sir, labor rights are labor rights, and they are going to be labor rights till them dead.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. One amazing thing that is happening here in Jamaica, a lot of people don't even understand. Even labor rights themselves don't understand. They can't understand. How is it that the government has done so well, yet the PNP them not change? It's not the PNP you want to change, sir.
Yeah, it's the one that is no P.
It's the one that is no P. The PNP, you think, so when they must say, look at the PNP's meeting, how the PNP them mobilize, and the PNP crowd big, and the PNP them are, those are PNP people, sir.
But and that is what I think is missing a lot of people. Let me tell you this.
They don't understand it, sir.
We have to get away from the people that chooses the government for us is the people that can be bought. We have to get away.
And remember, you know, sir, that there are more no P's in Jamaica than JLP and PNP, you know.
That's where I'm getting at. Because
that's the election is to be won.
The people that can be bought.
What we have had in Jamaica, sir, over the last many elections are the election of the bases.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And so the part, like how I've been saying all day, that who you think go to these political meetings, sir? Who you think go to these political meetings?
These people are the same PNP and the same JLP.
It's predominantly made up the base, sir, of the party. Yes? Those are the ones that go on the buses. And the danger here, sir, is that some of these people are transactional.
Yes.
And they will not get on the bus, I can tell you, if them don't get them. Me not ask you that.
And those are the ones I say, the ones that can be bought. You cannot.
Yes, sir.
Because if you understand the election and the direction in which politics is going, the ones that are PNP will be PNP, the ones that are JLP will be JLP, the ones that are to be bought will be the ones that are to be bought. But the masses of it, if people should look on it, the masses of it are sitting down and twiddling their toes and thinking to see, where am I supposed to put my X? Because that person that may put their X at the head at the last election, it doesn't mean that they're going to put their X at the head at this election. They're waiting to see the policies. What does the government has in store for them based on where the government is at? Where will they take them? And what the PNP have, can they give them better than what they're receiving now? And when they do the analysis, when they're going to make that X, it all boils down to where they can benefit from, because these people are going to be the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. These people are planning for their children's future and their children's children's future. So, I mean, it's a mixture of things, but when you have young, bright people.
What is the advice? What is the advice that you've given to the two brilliant young people?
When you have young people like a Tari and a Navi, what you need to do, you have to sit down and you have to take away from the people that you see are not in the kind of casting. You have to look. You can't get involved in the crowd. You have to be different. Even the Bible, it says, "Come from among them and be separate." Right? You
don't touch the unclean thing.
And don't touch the unclean thing. So you cannot, because they're coming out there and dragging your name, you're going to drag them and you're going. No, because the well-thinking person, what is going to happen when they start to drag you, the well-thinking person, I'm saying, but look on this young, educated person that is trying to speak knowledge into these people and look how they're doing to them. And that is going to make the decision too whether that person is going to vote a JLP or a PNP.
Quite so, sir.
So if you're going to be brand JLP, brand PNP, or brand Jamaica, ensure that you sell yourself well.
Well, you know, one of the mystery of this program, sir, is that nobody doesn't even know who I voting for.
True.
You understand me? Labor rights are very upset when they see me come up here and say anything. I can't even criticize the Labour Party up here. They attack me.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They just why I tell you. That's just how it is in Jamaica. But you know, it is what it is. That's good advice. Thank you so much.
God bless, man. Take care.
All right, great, Mr. Murray. All right, Shorty, you have the final word. I'm gonna have to leave now. I'm gonna go get two saltfish fritters and one bag juice. Go ahead, sir. Shorty.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You can buy me 2 saltfish fritters and a bag juice, please.
Okay, that's always possible. It's a pleasure to, when I first came up on this live, or your live, I shouldn't say this live. First came up on your live, I know I stayed until it ended. And I know you were trying to engage me, and I didn't say anything because I didn't know how to react. But I've always been scrolling and listening.
You don't know. Say that again, so I'm not hearing.
I didn't know how to react then. I was a little tentative.
Tentative about what?
Just speaking. Just sharing. I always have things to say, but never really found the space to share it. So I kept scrolling and I kept seeing it the live and I'd listen the wee hours of the morning. And I listen to the people sharing and I say, I can identify with those achievements or just their thought process. I've scrolled across other lives and I've quarrels and contentious issues and stuff and people just quarreling and it just sounds like a war.
Yes.
But as a Jamaican, I've been here for years. I remember I started in 1980 when I was 7 because the election was held at me. 2 days, October 30th, and 2 days before my 8th birthday. But I remember the Deliverance campaign. That was the title of the campaign that Edward Silver led. It was called Deliverance. That was the title of the campaign. And it was quite apt. And it's from then that an impression. From then, I have never ever forgotten the JLP party.
Yes.
And I remember growing up and when I went to high school, then you couldn't talk about being a JLP or a liberal. It was a concealed kind of conviction that you had. And I remember during high school, my exposure to Mr. Silver and how he thought the country. But he really did the deliverance that he said before Hurricane Gilbert. And I think one year he did when he did a budget, he had some 5 cent and some 10 cent reduction from bread and rice and milk and the people ran with the information and say 5 cent for rice and 10 cent for milk and they made a song of it. And I remember when I got home, people in my community were saying it. I was in 4th form or 5th form at the time. And I was saying, what stupidness is that? How can you move bread, like say bread for $2.50? how could you move bread for $2.50 for 10 cents for bread? Look at the country with the rules that there's no economy that could run like that. There's no way we got any money to reduce bread price from $2.50 to 10 cents.
Yes.
And right, you know, and I was saying, no man, 10 people are right. But I didn't know that most of these people were PNP people saying those stupid things. Anyway, I left that. I left high school, and you know, the lost the 1989 election. And I remember leaving high school and I couldn't go to work. And I did what I had to do. But I watched the country going through the 90s and the different sufferation. I remember when the 1989 election was held, the dollar was $4.50 the day before the election. And the first day after the election, when they, you know, they normally give you the stock exchange and the FX rate, the dollar moved from $4.50 to $5.50. And then the next day it went to $6.50. And the next day it went to, and my neighbor, it was when. And by 1993, the dollar was 25 to 1 on the black market. And
Yes, sir.
We never got back. We never got it back. And things just started to spiral downwards. And it was just poor. And inflation went out of the way. And I remember when I went to university and I started studying, and they say on a wicked percentage, yeah, like 24% unemployment and sufferation, and it's all about poverty, how many persons were below. You just saw all of those things. And we moved along. You made sure you have your education and you have your earnings, you can look about yourself. But now, if you come to now, how things have changed, you see so many things happening, you wonder if you're at the same Jamaica. A few years ago, when the people was on the stage, you know, there's no crime plan. The government has no crime plan. The government has no crime plan. And I'm saying, aren't they listening to what Mr. Ch is saying? Within the next 2 to 3 years, based on all the investments that they have made, you're going to see the evidence of it. And the Prime Minister said there is a plan secure. And they came out and they spoke. As you say, it doesn't matter. And see now, crime is 40% down and all of those things. You never expect that.
Yeah.
Nobody in the world.
That's fantastic. You know something, it's 4 o'clock and I'm out of time.
Yes.
So I wonder if you can join me later on. I could look out for you. What you could do is to send me an inbox. I want to continue this discussion with you, but I'm out of time.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good day, man. I'll see you then.
Catch me later. Yeah. You have to inbox me so I can look out for you, okay?
All right. Will do.
Thank you. All right, Andrea, you're watching from Pennsylvania. Take care. We're not able to do this show every day, but when we can, we come on. We promised you that we will give you a day show, and there you have it. 1 till 4. We're going to use the next 2 hours to get 2 little salted fritters, little bag juice, and see if we can get a nap, because we have to come back on at 6 o'clock. Remember, at 6 o'clock this afternoon, well, evening, by the way, we have a forecast on Thursday. That's a paid feature. This evening at 6 o'clock, 10 minutes after 6, we have the news review with Kari, during Kari's stay. Kari and Navi teaming up for 20 minutes of prime time TikTok. You can't afford to miss. News review, political opinions 10 minutes after 6. And at 6:30 until 7 o'clock, you have neighbors' notes. And at 7 o'clock, we have the interview. Just about 8 o'clock, we take your calls. 6 o'clock today, Baba Roots. Anybody know where Baba Roots are sold? I'm gonna need one of that. Oh, until 6 o'clock, remember, 10 minutes after 6, Tari's Take. During Tari's Take, we'll review the news and talk to him about politics. Tari and Navi, 6 o'clock, 10 minutes after 6. 6:30, neighbors' notes until 7. 7 o'clock, we should have an interview, and 8 o'clock, we talk to our listeners. On Thursday, Tari's Take, neighbors' note, KC. You can't afford to miss it. Until then, 2 a.m. here then. All right. Jamie, please recharge your accounts. And if you have not yet sent us a gift, you remember that the folks were talking about paid. Nobody pays your neighbor, okay? We remain very independent. So whatever you send to us as a little gift, we appreciate it, okay? Thank you so much. So before you log off, send a gift. Everybody, before you log off, send a gift. If you don't know how to do it, you have to purchase coins, put it on your card, send it to us. $2, $1, $5, a money, a rose, a beer, whatever. That's how it goes, all right? You're in the diaspora. This is one way you can support Jamaica. Support Politics Plus. Tari's Take, Neighbor's Note, KC's Forecast. Full of pictures. All right? Great. Please remember that we are really asking our listeners to chip in and help us to take care of the forecast. Do that by inboxing us your number and we'll get in touch with you. Mona? Good afternoon. Jamaica girl, thank you so much. You here? I'll try to get a nap until later. Bye-bye. You see?